I am a product of the Huntsman, and I'm a product of faculty and different mentors that believed in me and took a chance on me. So I have always been great at math. I came to school not really knowing what I wanted to do. During that time, I took an engineering course and I decided, okay, I'm gonna be a civil engineer. That sounds cool. And I'm good at math. I like learning how things work. I'm gonna be a civil engineer. But I just had this feeling in me that it wasn't right. Long story short, I ended up back in marketing. I applied to be part of the WEBA leadership board, and I got in touch with some really amazing women, and I got a little bit of that imposter syndrome. And during that time I met Carmela Johns-Andruck, and she is the hero in my story. I remember being a part of a WEBA meeting, and that was a day that I was just feeling so intimidated by these amazing, women that were students, and they were doing amazing internships, and I was like, wow, I don't know if I belong here. During this time, I was working in a warehouse, I was working in the Walgreens. So I scheduled this meeting with Carmela, and I was so scared. I remember walking to the Huntsman, and I was like, what am I doing? I showed up with a notebook, and I remember shaking a little bit as she was telling me, these different companies to meet with and different things that I could do. Carmela sent probably 4 or 5 different introductions to companies saying, hey, meet with Adrianne, she's one of our great students. And keep in mind, she didn't know me very well. She totally took a chance on me, and it was those meetings that really set me on the path that I am on today. Interviewing for General Mills was crazy because I knew that not very many people get accepted. Then I went through the interviews and I ended up being accepted. To that point, I did not understand that I had that potential, and it was amazing to me that they had the confidence in me. I got the call. They said that I would be moving to Philadelphia. I'd never been to Philadelphia. I was so incredibly nervous to move across the entire country all by myself, and it was the best thing ever. It was so much fun. People there are incredible. They're all about creating, a great community. So after graduation, I am headed back to Philadelphia. Luckily, I have a husband this time, so I won't be alone, but I'm super excited to join the General Mills team again. I would say this year has been really rewarding because we have seen a lot of growth in the Women in Business Association. We have more of a tight-knit community, and we've seen a lot of success from using everyone's strengths. So to any freshman or to anybody out there who is nervous about what their life is gonna look like, who feels like they maybe aren't competent enough to be as successful as they, ideally would want to be, you have more experience than you think you do. And also keep putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, because everybody you see that you look up to, they've done that. And you're going to have to fail many times before you're gonna succeed and before you're gonna hit that point that you want to. I'm so surprised at where I've ended up, because as a freshman, I had no clue what my potential was. I had no clue. My name is Adrianne Matthews, and I dare mighty things.